once had a student remark that when she first took the class, she wasn't sure that she wanted to continue the course, but she stuck with it. And at the end, she told me that she realized that she was involved in something that was bigger than herself. It was a shared experience. It required her individual efforts as well as a team effort to create this show, and that she realized that it was the first time in her life that she had done something that was bigger than herself, that was something that, you know, hundreds or maybe even thousands of people would see as they come through the museum doors, from everything from school children to senior citizens and everybody else in between, that people would see their work, and that it wasn't construction paper and paper cups, it was the real thing, working with industry standards and materials that we try to train the students in as they take the course.
Anybody panicking yet? Yeah. Excellent!
Our program's been around for over 30 years. I think it's the best kept secret. The program was started by Keith Johnson in the 1970s. Dr. Stacy Schaefer was hired in 1998 to keep the Museum Studies program going. She's a cultural anthropologist and I'm an archaeologist, so it was a good meeting in terms of our different specialty areas. And then we hired Adrienne Scott as our curator. And I think all three of us bring different things to the table, which makes it a very well-rounded program. We have a lot of positive feedback on our student interns and in the job market about what our students bring to real-world situations outside the university. We're really pleased in the respect that we have this exhibits class, Anthropology 467, where students are required to put an exhibit together from beginning to end, from the initial concept to the final product, as we say in the industry. I remember doing this. My own personal experience has been in the museum world, where I had a $3 million budget and I was responsible for 21 new exhibits in a brand new museum. I like to bring to the classrooms my own personal experience doing something like this.
This is a working museum, and students are part of that work. We have internships, we have work study, and we have student assistants. We are all engaged, all the various tasks that are in a modern, large museum. We have memberships, public relations, we have newsletters, we have administration. All of this is right here, right now. We have a library. Students learn how to properly accession artifacts into our museum collections. There's so much to do, and we're so happy to train students and have them be a part of what we do. What I really enjoy with this program is the freshness every time. There is a new energy with the group of students. We're always a different museum because of that. And they bring with them their own personalities and style and beliefs about things, and they're passionate and sometimes really have a committed idea that maybe we didn't think of and sometimes we're not too sure about, but then they are persuasive, and we let them, you know, call the shots when we see that it really is a valuable one, and we have learned from our students, and that's what's exciting, because there's a lot of cross-pollination here with the student assistants.
Museum studies basically is the study of how museums operate as mostly nonprofit institutions and are developed for public appreciation and education. We always have to keep up with what's going on in the industry. Things are constantly changing in terms of how we're caretakers of objects and collections, how we try to connect those objects and things to our public. Chico and Butte County has a diverse group of constituency, and there's lots of people out there we would like to bring into the museum that probably have never set foot even on this campus. Oftentimes we try to have involvement by the community in the creation of our exhibitions. We've done that with the Native American community, we've done it with the Hmong community, we hope to do it in the future with other communities as well, so that outreach is part of the whole experience as well, and that our students get a glimpse of that when they do what we call front-end evaluations. They interview people coming to the museum and asking them for their feedback as they plan their exhibitions.
When the class comes here and is finally in preparation for installation, that is all hands on deck. Everything revolves around promoting the exhibition and getting everything together. So all of us kind of come in as support, especially myself, and making sure that everybody meets industry standards and gets everything completed in a timely manner. This is a regular class, a college class, but only a work can go up on the wall. So we really all have to pull together.
I try to model the class as close to as what it's like in industry to put an exhibition together. And the students develop a storyline for, they're given a respective exhibit topics, or they choose an exhibit topic. We give them a choice of which topic they'd like within a broad theme of the exhibition. And then they're responsible for researching the exhibit topic, for developing the storyline, and eventually writing the labels. If they have artifacts, choosing the artifacts that go in the exhibition with our supervision, of course, and all the various components that are involved in creating a museum exhibition, including project management, where I have them learn how to budget and schedule an exhibition. Normally, this is a first-time new experience for them, so they're not really quite sure what they're getting themselves into. And I tell them from the first day of class that this class has a level of intensity and hands-on experience that they may not experience in other courses. And that deadlines are important to meet, because if you're out in industry and you're putting a museum exhibition together, there's a lot of time and money involved, and particularly funding, and most museums don't have a lot of funding for exhibitions, so every minute counts. The pace picks up and everybody's scrambling to put their exhibit together and making labels and setting up the exhibit cases and the panels.
What's always really fun about exhibitions, and especially installation night, is here as a staff person on campus, many people know us, and then they stop in and watch as the process begins. And frequently they stop in maybe late on Friday, and we're hardly really put together, and they wonder, how is this going to come together by Sunday? Just as much as we wonder, although we have enough experience to know that it will. The show must go on, and it will. Watching that whole evolution for the last couple of weeks of exhibition till opening night is just a really fun experience.
What I found is some students are very self-confident and very sure of themselves about their projects and their exhibits, and others are a little more tentative. And yet, as time goes by, students begin to see their various talents and skills emerge. And for me, when they see what they're really capable of doing, it's one of those aha moments. And those aha moments are really what it's all about. And that students, by the end of the course, tap into skills and talents sometimes they realize they didn't have, or they knew were there but they were underdeveloped. And so this class, for me, hopefully provides them with the opportunity to see those aha moments for themselves.
In the last months of the summer, this place can seem really hollow and empty, and it's really each time daunting to think, how will we rearrange this and what will the students come up with next? And sometimes it's almost hard to imagine that there is yet another configuration for the space. One of the things that the co-directors and myself all share in common is that all of us would have wanted to take this program when we were studying anthropology. This kind of hands-on experience and the longevity of this program is unique. The opportunities are incredible that students get to handle and really act as professional. We trust them in ways that we ourselves were not trusted when we were going through programs like this, and so we've designed it with what we would have wanted for ourselves.
It's opening night. And the students have been working hard all week and into the weekend. Parents are here, friends are here, significant others are here, and the students have been spent all semester, but particularly this weekend, preparing for this opening.
Change.
I think opening night is a magical night. We go from kind of being a dusty cave to this marvelous professional place that no one would believe exists on this campus. We are a hidden gem.
Because it's an online hybrid class.
I always love to see the families come, and I love to step back and see the joy on their faces and the sense of accomplishment. You know, I knew this was going to happen because this is what usually happens. They initially can't always see it because they're dealing with the assignments of the moment. But for me, it's what this is all about, is that they've come together in this class, they've worked hard all semester, and now they have something to show for their efforts.